I find it a little hard to believe Ice Pikmin are going to be the only new type introduced in Pikmin 4. Every previous Pikmin generation has introduced 2 new types, but for Pikmin 4, so far all we know about is Ice. There's also Ochi, who could be meant to fill that spot, but at the end of the day, he's not a Pikmin. So if the series is going to stick to its traditions, there's potential for another new species to join Pikmin 4. Today I'm going to talk about a few new ideas I have for a second new type that could be introduced. And while I know it seems we already have our final box art, which features all the currently known Pikmin types, including Ice, maybe the reason a second new type is not on the box is because this image takes place during the daytime, and this second new Pikmin type is a nighttime exclusive. The first new type I want to talk about is from the Green Onion, the Bandit Pikmin. Bandit Pikmin are a tall, slender species with a distinct facial feature. This mask that they never remove, always hiding their true face. Staying true to their name, this is a very mysterious and sneaky Pikmin type, which excels at being stealthy and confusing any hostile species that attempt to hunt them down. Having a bit of a loner mentality, Bandit Pikmin avoid daytime activity in favor of being able to slink by in the shadows of the night. This is where they thrive, since they're adept at sneaking around undetected. This Pikmin type will be loyal to the right captain, and will prove to be a major asset during nighttime missions. First of all, these are the ultimate Pikmin to take for exploring and recon missions at night. They have the lowest detection radius of any Pikmin type when under control of a captain, meaning taking a group of Bandit Pikmin around at night is the safest way to explore. The captain will be able to sneak by most enemies, and even things like this enraged Bulborb if they keep a safe enough distance. The key ability of the Bandit Pikmin is their vanishing technique. If a Bandit Pikmin is thrown to a spot where they're idle, meaning they're not carrying anything or fighting off an enemy, they will vanish in a small puff of smoke and instantly return under a captain's command. The vanish will also trigger if an idle Bandit Pikmin is noticed by an enemy. This will be the most important use case for the vanish. We know that nighttime in Pikmin 4 will feature enraged enemies with these glowing red eyes. Presumably these enemies will be stronger, faster, and more aggressive than normal, so staying undetected will be important, but also losing detection will be equally important. If the captain and Pikmin become aggroed by a single enemy, try throwing some Bandit Pikmin in another direction. The enemy might change its course and try to zone in on the defenseless Pikmin. Without knowing, that Bandit Pikmin will simply vanish and return under the captain's command before they can get their jaws on it. While enemies are zoned in on the idle Bandit Pikmin, this gives the captain and the other Pikmin under their control time to escape the scene and return to cover, becoming undetected by enemies once again. The Bandit Pikmin's vanish ability won't just be useful for when you're under attack either. For instance, if there's a dangerous enemy patrolling a certain area at night, throw some Bandit Pikmin while still under cover to distract it away from the area it's patrolling, allowing the captain and the rest of the Pikmin to pass through the area unharmed, as well as the Bandit Pikmin being used as bait, since they will safely vanish and teleport back under the captain's command before any harm is done. I could see this Pikmin type becoming an integral tool for any nighttime stealth sections, with its natural ability to sneak around and distract, and confuse enemies with its unique vanishing ability. I think they'll pair nicely with the second new nighttime Pikmin type I'll be discussing today. From the Orange Onion, here are the Mite Pikmin. These termite mound-like structures present in the night mode section of the last trailer have really puzzled me and the rest of the Pikmin community at large. What are they used for, and why do they seemingly only appear at night? Well, I think they could belong to another nighttime exclusive type, and our second insect-inspired Pikmin next to the winged variety. This is the six-legged Mite Pikmin, who are inspired by the real-world insect, the termite, a species that builds very similar-looking mounds to the one seen here. Mite Pikmin are born in a unique type of onion, an onion that grows completely beneath the ground surface. These onions stay completely hidden during the day, as they feature a large main nest and then a massive web web of underground tunnels. The Pikmin use the tunnels to travel under the ground during the day, but the darkness of the night is the only time they feel safe to travel to the planet's surface. It's then when they work as a team to build these protective mounds, which will serve as their entryway out of the underground tunnels and onto the planet above. Mite Pikmin and the Orange Onion won't join up with the crew and merge into the Master Onion like the other types. Instead, this will be a very situational Pikmin type, recruitable only at night. Think of it sort of like how Bulbmin didn't really have an onion but were recruitable only in caves. The onion itself will remain underground, but upon finding one of these mounds, a captain can call out a group of Mite Pikmin with simply a whistle. Having 6 legs, this Pikmin type will be very mobile, relying much more on its speed than any combat ability. It will have 2 main purposes during nighttime missions. First, using its pincer-like front jaws, it's the perfect type to quickly collect the starbit-like gems we see appearing during the nighttime in the trailer. While there are many theories as to why the captains might want to collect these gems, the Mite Pikmin are going to serve as our best way to collect them. A group of Mite Pikmin will be the fastest way to transfer a pile of gems to the ship, but the problem is, they'll be pretty much defenseless while doing so. And this is a problem, since as we all know from the Pikmin series, night is when the most dangerous predatory species come out to hunt. Because of this, we'll need to take advantage of the Mite Pikmin's second unique ability, being able to burrow underground. Firstly, they'll be able to use the mound-like structures found all over the map during the night as safe zones. And they can even do this while carrying the starbit gems. So let's say the captain and Pikmin crew is targeting a faraway pile of gems to return to the ship, but it's a very dangerous path between the gems and the landing site. These mounds can be used as safety checkpoints during the journey between, as going underground will leave the Mite Pikmin completely safe and undetected by any enemies. This will allow the captain and the other Pikmin who are above ground to focus on reducing the threat level of the path they have to travel. This could be by retreating and becoming once again undetected, or by using the previously mentioned Bandit Pikmin to lure enemies away from a certain area while having a group of Mite Pikmin travel through unharmed. They'll do this until they reach the ship or another mound where they can safely retreat. I see nighttime gameplay as potentially being a sort of stealth-focused strategy mode, where the orange Mite Pikmin are used primarily to transfer gems and take advantage of the safety of each mount, while the Green Bandit Pikmin are used by the captain to distract and sort of play defense, allowing for the mites to travel safely. The usefulness of Mite Pikmin won't just be for carrying gems either. We know that they can dig and make tunnels underground, so what if we could also make use of this ability to clear certain obstacles in the overworld? Let's say there's an impenetrable gate blocking off a certain area, but we can see a switch or mechanism on the other side that could potentially lower it. Well, if this is the case, then the area would simply not be accessible during the daylight hours. But waiting until night and bringing a squad of Mite Pikmin to a designated spot where they can dig under it, and then finding something like a switch that would open it up, could lead to a way forward. This is a similar concept to the Mole Pikmin idea I brought up in one of my other new Pikmin type videos, but I think a similar thing could apply here with the Mite Pikmin as well. This would create certain nighttime only obstacles in the overworld that would block off certain areas for a time. But once these obstacles are lowered by Mite Pikmin at night, they'll become explorable, and then maybe that gate stays lowered during the next day, opening up the area beyond as explorable in the daytime. Obstacles like this that integrate progression with the day and night cycle, I think would be a really cool and interesting concept to introduce in Pikmin 4. And this one in particular would serve as another use case for our new Mite Pikmin. Staying on the topic of orange colored Pikmin types, my next new type doesn't necessarily have to be nocturnal or nighttime exclusive, but still could be very useful in the dark. Here are the Flame Pikmin. The main use for Flame Pikmin will be to light up dark areas, whether that's exploring caves or dark forests, or simply to improve your vision during the night. Regardless, they will be a constant source of flame, as instead of a traditional Pikmin leaf, this type will always have a burning flame on the top of its sprout. It will even maintain the flame when it's flowered, with the flame burning at the flower's center in the middle of the petals. We know that red Pikmin are flame resistant, but we've never had a Pikmin who can actually create flame itself. Thematically, it makes sense that a Flame Pikmin would be orange, a color that's closely related to red. I kind of see this relationship similarly to the one between blue and Ice Pikmin. Ice are a lighter shade of blue, the primary color, and both are related to the same element, water. Orange and red Pikmin could be a similar type of deal, related through the opposite element, which would be fire. If Pikmin 4 does in fact have ice gates, like this gate we can slightly see in the corner of this cave here is theorized by some to be, then it won't just be Ice Pikmin able to take it down. Maybe it would be taken down faster once Flame Pikmin are unlocked, since the flame on the top of its head will make the ice rapidly melt. Melting ice would be a primary function of this Pikmin type. They could quickly destroy ice gates and other frozen obstacles, and maybe in the colder environments, there will be treasures encased in ice, requiring Flame Pikmin to melt it before they're carried back to the onion. I can imagine several other use cases too, many situated around environmental puzzles. For example, throwing a Flame Pikmin to light a fuse which will set off an explosive that'll clear a new path forward, or instead of needing a full team of Pikmin to pull out this new potted root obstacle we see in the trailer, a single Flame Pikmin instead could burn the root, causing the dirt that's being held together by the root to instantly disintegrate, speeding up how the captain could take care of that particular obstacle. I could also see there being puzzle switches in a dark cave that need to be pressed in a certain order to progress, and the solution could be marked on a cave wall, but we'd need to throw Flame Pikmin near it to provide light so we can see the engravings, allowing us to press the switches in the right order. And my last new Pikmin type for the day is another potential green type. This one could come out day or night, and this is one concept I think has high potential to feature in an actual future Pikmin game. This is the Green Slime Pikmin, with a simple, cute, and novel design. Functionally, the Slime Pikmin will be pretty similar to a type I created in a previous video, the light blue Amoeba Pikmin. But thinking about it more, slime and goo is often green colored, so why not make another gelatinous Pikmin type based on that? Similar to the Amoeba variant I made before, the Slime Pikmin will have a couple of unique abilities. Firstly, they'll be able to slide through small pipes and grates, sorta like Gooigi puzzles in Luigi's Mansion 3, making this a Pikmin type that would allow for even more types of environmental puzzle solving. The bodies of these Pikmin are not quite a solid and not quite a liquid, meaning they can mold their bodies to fit through tight spots. Whether that's sliding through a pipe to get them over to a certain area, or even having the ability to pass through lattice gates without destroying them. This ability to be passed through walls would be even more useful if we do in fact get multiple captain gameplay in some capacity in Pikmin 4. I know we've only seen single captain gameplay so far, but we can't rule out multi-captain in some form quite yet. If we were to see it return in Pikmin 4, Slime Pikmin could be useful to throw through a gate to another captain on the other side, making this a quick way to transport Pikmin between crews without having to spend time lowering the gate. This could make these Pikmin quite the useful puzzle solving tool, but where Slime Pikmin might be even more useful is during combat. Throwing enough Slime Pikmin at an enemy could slow it down by covering it in a gooey film. This would decrease an enemy's movement speed and aggression, acting as a light stun that could be invaluable for taking down large or fast moving enemies. Maybe there's a new enemy type that's super fast and hard to target with other Pikmin types. Swarming it with a group of Slime Pikmin could encase it in sticky slime, slowing its erratic movements, making it possible for you to attack it with other stronger Pikmin types. This combo of being able to slow down enemies during combat, plus their ability to pass their bodies through grates and other tight spaces, could make this a really valuable new Pikmin type that opens up a lot of possibilities in Pikmin 4. If you like this, then consider hitting that subscribe for more Pikmin content all the way up to and through the launch of Pikmin 4. And for more Pikmin ideas, including the full breakdown of the Amoeba Pikmin I talked about earlier, you might want to check out this video here. Thanks as always for watching.